Okay, so this case is an extreme example of how misogyny and sexism can harm a woman. This is out of Kazakhstan. This is entitled "In Kazakhstan, a Storm Over DV After Minister Unalives His Wife." This 31-year-old woman was taken out by this man, and now the trial is being live streamed. On November 9th last year, in the VIP room in a restaurant in Kazakhstan's largest city, Almaty, Sultanat Nukanova was beaten to death by former minister Kwandyk Bishimbayev, her husband. Surveillance footage shows him viciously punching and kicking Nukanova in the restaurant, which is owned by his family, before dragging her by the hair to a separate room where there were no cameras. As she lay dying in the suite, covered in her blood, Bishimbayev phoned a fortune teller who assured him his wife would be fine. When an ambulance finally arrived 12 hours later, Nukanova was pronounced dead at the scene. She was 31 years old. Bishimbayev, 44, has admitted guilt. He has acknowledged causing her death, but said he had not acted with exceptional cruelty, which is what he has been charged with. The ongoing trial, which is being live streamed over social media like a dark reality show, has gripped not only Kazakhstan, but also Russia and beyond, and led to a debate about traditional gender roles. According to the UN, about 400 women die from domestic abuse in the country each year. This figure could be higher, however, as some cases go unreported. In Kazakhstan, there has been a storm, and now the whole country and even the whole world is involved. Danira Smolova, founder of the women's rights NGO Namochi, which means "Don't Be Silent" in Al Jazeera. We've been working with high profile cases for many years, and we see how people are afraid and ashamed to talk about DV. But from the very beginning, the relatives of the victim told what happened with an open face. Smelova said Bishimbayev, previously convicted of corruption, is a favorite of former President Nursultan Nazarbayev. He is of the old system. He was pardoned by Nazarbayev himself, and now he's being publicly tried by the new president. And this has had such an effect on Kazakhs that now we can release all our fury and indignation at the old system that's been bottled up all these years. The system gave us a whipping boy, and the boy certainly deserves it. Bishimbayev, economy minister in 2016, had been sentenced in 2018 to 10 years in prison for pocketing state funds. However, he was granted an early release the following year by then President Nazarbayev. Nukanova's friends and family say over the year they were together, she suffered prolonged physical and mental abuse at the hands of Bishimbayev, whom she tried leaving several times. They often saw her with bruises and rope marks around her neck, and say the disgraced minister forbade her from speaking with them. He was jealous, they have said, and monitored the contents of her phone. Her brother, Atbek Amagildi, has been in court every day to defend her memory from Bishimbayev's defense team, which has portrayed her as a hysterical, promiscuous woman who drank heavily and provoked her husband. I listened to how they shamed her in court, how it was her fault she drank, and this hit me very hard. I immediately found a photograph of myself holding a glass of wine and uploaded it, and just said, just because you can see me with a glass of wine doesn't mean you can unalive me. I didn't expect it, but a lot of Kazakh women picked it up and it started to explode. Celebrities and everyday Kazakh women responded by posting photos of themselves holding a glass of wine with the hashtag Za Salanet, meaning for Sultanate. The high profile case has seen long-standing social norms questioned. Popular rapper Ja Khalib came under fire on social media after a 2022 podcast resurfaced in which he agreed with the statement of another guest that 85% of rapes of women are because the victim happened to be at the wrong place in the wrong clothes at the wrong time. It's a historical event that will completely change the mentality and consciousness of the people. We see the old generation that is still clinging to the patriarchy and the younger generation that is completely intolerant and impatient to any violence. And I think this is great that we have finally come to this understanding and we managed to do it so quickly, but it came at the expense of a beautiful young girl. And it's very sad that it came at such a price. Amid the public outcry, President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev on April 15th signed new legislation making striking women and children a crime offense punishable by jail time. Previously, most instances of DV were treated as lesser civil infractions. Police are now obliged to investigate all cases concerning DV, even those the victim did not report. But the new law has met pushback from male lawmakers. One deputy from the governing Amanat Party suggested that if abusive husbands were to be placed in solitary confinement, so should their wives for provoking them. Another proposed a special law just for men who he argued do not have enough rights in Kazakhstan. Smolova believes the law is an important first step, even if it falls short on all the measures to protect women and children from domestic abuse, but others are disappointed it doesn't go far enough. I think the law of April 15th is just a small concession to society to make people shut up. The nearest colleague, Ahmad Muhammad Hanaf, said, I can separately clarify what we expected from the new law and what we received. Most importantly, we did not receive protection for the constitutional rights of women and children. That's why I thought for a long time about what to say about this new law, because I think it's a mockery of the dead women and injured children. Russian reaction. Interest in the live streamed unaliving trial reached beyond Kazakhstan's borders. We women of Russia are with you, women of Kazakhstan, read a top rated YouTube comment under the video with more than 7 million views. Women of Kazakhstan, women of Armenia are with you. Belarus is also with you, read others. The case is particularly resonating in Russia, where certain forms of DV were controversially decriminalized in 2017, wherein hitting a spouse or a child is merely punishable by 2 weeks imprisonment or a fine if it causes only mild injury and happens once a year. In 2021, the Russian consortium of women's NGOs reported that almost 10,000 women were unalived by their partners between 2011 and 2019. The authors of the study warned that the most dangerous place for women is in Russia. Women across the globe are tired. Women across the globe are demanding that our humanity be seen and felt. And women are looking for safety for both women and children. And it is a time to be alive watching this all unfold in front of us. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Have you heard about this story up until now? I have seen it. I wanted to do it. And please forgive me. Y'all know that I try my hardest with these names. I do. Let me know what you think about this. If you made it this far and you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the like, hit the follow button. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Okay, this is wild. They literally just brought down the verdict on this case. Former Kazakh minister gets 24 years in prison for unaliving his wife. So I literally just did this story. I'm looking for some pictures to make the thumbnail for a YouTube video, and I see that there was an actual verdict. So I had to come in and make a quick video to let y'all know. I mean, wow. This woman is in her family are actually getting some justice in this type of country. That just gets a big wow for me. All right, so a former economy minister of Kazakhstan was sentenced to 24 years in prison on Monday for taking the wife of his life following a widely watched trial that some saw as a litmus test. Kayandyk Bishimbayev, 44, was found guilty of torture and unaliving by the court. Y'all know that this is big in a country like this. So I am glad that I actually saw that there had been an update in this, because how often in these types of countries do women actually get some justice? And in this case, the woman's family, since she's not here any longer because of this man. All right, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and